Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Rashard, aka Crypto Loaders, with a new video. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I made my last one. This is going to be mostly focused on Cryptohopper and a little bit about their updates and a few other things. I'm not going to go too in detail about their updates. There are already some good videos out there about that. I'll probably have a link to Matey Miner's channel below where he has some good videos as well, where you can kind of catch up on some of that stuff. But I will cover a little bit of it where with the triggers that I think might be interesting. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had a chance to really test this myself, but I got a couple ideas there. One of the things I definitely want to talk about here is Binance, which I use. And I use Binance to pay fees. And currently, as you can see here, if you are using the BNB token, you have a 50% discount. That 50% discount is actually even greater, because right now the 50% discount is half off of the 70% off price for the rest of the month. In any event, how this affects you is, if you're using Binance, make sure you have this on, but in Cryptohopper, in your config, first off, don't have the, I currently have mine set to strategy or signals only. Let me enable TA again. I'll get into what I was doing and why. We'll go advance. Oh no, it's not advanced, sorry. It's been a little bit since I was messing with this. Where's my coin selection? Am I crazy? What am I? Where did my coin selection go? Bitcoin TA. This is just weird. That's super strange. I have no idea where my coin selection went on my screen. I'm not blind. I don't see it. Base currency, exchange Binance. Okay, that's super weird. I have no idea as to where my coin selection went in my config. I'm going to continue on with the video and try to get this settled, figured out later. But in any event, what you would normally do is make sure you no longer have BNB selected in your system, because you don't want to actually trade BNB at that point. Do a manual buy here of at least, well, you can figure out how much ever BNB you want to buy. Buy that and hold on to it. And each time you actually wind up making a trade, it'll use your BNB for the fees instead of your Bitcoin. This will also help a little bit with your dust that you have. You'll wind up with less dust than you currently do trading in BTC because of certain limitations that has. You're still gonna have dust no matter what. It's inevitable, but it should be less dust that's sitting around once you do this. So yeah, really weird that my config doesn't show my coins I can trade. That's a bit disturbing. I'm going to actually switch this back to, actually let me try one other strategy and see if no, it's just not there. I don't know if it's just my browser or whatever right now. In any event, I'm going to change this back to this. And maybe it's because I have allow all coins. Weird. That's different. Learning something on the fly. Because previously, with the kangaroo, I only got 75 coins to use, even with the allow all coins feature selected. Now, oh wait, but when I do multiple TA, that all coins thing is not there, or am I crazy? I know, I apologize. I'm sure this is not interesting for most of you. But maybe it will be interesting for some. Sell based on... Wow, this is really weird. Multiple TA doesn't have that. When I select this, allow all coins is there. I don't know if this is a bug, something I might ought to bring up on the forums and other chat systems and see what's going on. I wonder if anyone else is experiencing this right now. Okay, any event, moving on to other things I actually wanted to discuss. So, one of the new things that they did was they made triggers, and I haven't experimented with this yet. This is just a theory that I have currently. Right now, when a lot of times if you wake up in the middle of the night, or you don't wake up in the middle of the night, I wake up in the middle of the night because I have a 3-month-old, but a lot of trading winds up happening in the middle of the night when most of us are asleep. And that can be problematic because the value of Bitcoin fluctuates greatly. Like today, it's down. It's back in the 9,000 range. It might be up to 10 right now. Let me see. Actually, with Binance, where that is, if it's easy to see without clicking around too much. I'll click on Exchange. In any event, the price at the moment, the price generally fluctuates greatly at night when we're asleep. And that can be problematic because you may make purchases during this fluctuation and you're probably going to lose. And you might start going red heavily. And that's problematic for a lot of reasons. So what you might be able to do, and like I said, I haven't experimented with this yet, is to use a trigger based on BTC USDT and change the price so that maybe if it drops below a certain number, you can then create a trigger where you set your selling status to disabled. I'd have to kind of experiment with this if I really wanted to do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to do that or not. That just may be something that you can actually do to hopefully stop all the bags that you might be acquiring. I wish there was a better way to do this based on a percentage instead of price, but it looks like price is really kind of your only option here. Oh wait, percent change. That might be better instead of having price. There we go. Percent change. So maybe if you wanted to make this 5% or 10% or whatever, then you can change this to tell it to not make a purchase. So that can hopefully help created in the middle of the night. And then you can probably set the trigger status to once it's back to normal to start buying again. Or maybe you just have to do it manually. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, haven't played around with this yet. Just something to look at. And I hope that it would work properly using the BTC USDT, even though my base is not USDT. Hopefully it's smart enough to be able to still read that price and make that change. The reason why I'm not currently testing this is because right now with my Kangaroo subscription that I paid for a month, I'm not sure I'm going to extend it yet. I'm not sure what my future is with Cryptohopper. And the reason is because basically at $99 a month, with the amount of money that I currently have in the platform, I'm not sure I'm going to actually make a decent profit. Excuse me. And here's kind of why. So if we actually go back to my what I currently have this set at, and I've lowered this considerably, and I'll get into it in a bit. This part hasn't changed. The amounts that I was trading, I've had this for a while, which is 0.0003. And I've lowered this. This used to be at 0.003, which would allow me 10 different pairs that I would trade against normally. I've reduced that to 5 at the moment. And honestly, it doesn't really matter much. But basically, in each trade of 0.003, if this goes up 1%, that equals after fees roughly about 30 cents. So for me to break even at $90 a month, I'd have to make about 300 trades just to break even, 300 positive 1% trades, which is actually doable. It's just how much more beyond that where I'm actually making a profit becomes a concern, I guess. And where there are multiple days in the month, like there have been this month, where it's almost like, all right, just walk away, shut your wallet off. This is not a good trading day, because you want the market to kind of be not completely flat, but some fluctuation within a certain variable, not where it's swinging wildly by 10%, because that will definitely leave you holding a lot of bags. And we've seen that multiple days this month. And that has been a little bit of a concern for me, just from a perspective of also like, all right, if I'm paying $100 a month, what am I getting out of it? I don't want to call it anxiety exactly, but it leads me to looking at this more and being like, oh, all right, why don't you sell? Why I got these bags? Blah blah blah, whatever. And I started playing with Profit Trailer recently, where being a one-time fee, you don't have that concern of, all right, I got to make $100 a month just to pay for this. You can just kind of use that system. And maybe this video is already starting to run long, and there's a couple other topics I want to get into. I don't want to get into the Profit Trailer versus Cryptohopper debate in this video here. But I'm probably going to slow down on what I'm doing with Cryptohopper itself and switch to Profit Trailer. But one thing I wanted to kind of get into involving these prices here, I've seen it in both the Facebook, both on Facebook and on some other videos and other discussions, as far as running multiple TA and signals at the same time. And you can do that. Here's what you wind up doing, or what you should do. Here's what I recommend. As a hypothetical, and I'll change this back to 0.03 here, just to make life easier with numbers. Let's say in my Binance Exchange, my actual balance was 0.04 instead of 0.03. Using TA, the most that Cryptohopper would do is, using these settings, is buy 10 trades. If a signal comes in and I still have anything above 0.03 left in Binance, it will take the signal, place the trade, and I will then have an 11th order if all 10 of these are already used. So you can run signals and multiple TA. I've had this happen multiple times. I probably have had 12 or 13 different, using these numbers, buys going across at any given point in time, while there was still balance of BTC in my account that wasn't being tied up by something else. So you can definitely do both if you choose to. So I'll just hit cancel here on this. What else do I want to cover right now? I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to make another video a bit later, maybe to discuss some of the differences between Cryptohopper and Profit Trailer. I don't want to get too much in detail with that right now, because that's a whole other discussion. And don't get me wrong either, there's nothing wrong with Cryptohopper. It's a great platform. I think just in the, and I'm still actually probably going to use it on their smaller account, the $20 account, and maybe just do USD trading at that point, because I think there's definitely profitability on the platform, and it's a good system. I think that there are just some other interesting things that Profit Trailer does that are just helpful. So again, I'll get into that in another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. Check out the links below. If you have any comments, let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.